Hello, everybody. It's Mr. Foley here, and today I'm just going to take a few minutes to go over our next unit, which is the Great Depression unit. There will be 3 assignments here, so we'll take a look at each, where your resources are, and how to complete those assignments. So I'll share my screen, and here we go. Okay. First off, in Google Classroom, if you go to Classwork, you will see under the Great Depression you have 3 assignments. They will look more like this once they come through. The first one, causes and stories from the Great Depression. I think this one's going to take a little bit more time than the rest, just because you have a little more reading and things to do, but I think it's a fascinating assignment if you're interested in the Great Depression and what it was really like. So here is the actual assignment. And let me show you the website a little bit as well, because that'll help you out in understanding this. So here is your link to the website, and here we go. Directions. Life completely changed for many Americans during the Great Depression. While some were doing very well in the 1920s with high-paying jobs, new appliances, and their first automobile, the Great Depression put an end to this prosperity. The resources below are meant to provide you with an idea of what it was like to go through the Great Depression. Each individual experience was different, so you will hear many different stories. So you're going to, in the end, write a 4-paragraph letter to a friend, explaining to them what it was like if you lived during the Great Depression. You have to talk about financial problems, you have to talk about family struggles, and ways your life changed from the era before it. And so it's just a letter to a friend. Hey, this is what we're going through. My family's struggling in this way. This is what happened to my job or my money, whatever it might be. So here's what you have to do that with. The first part is this video overview right here. It is a simple 5-minute video, and it runs you through the 1920s a little bit and what's going on with the 1920s, so that you know what it was like ahead of time. So that'll be good. There's 2 stories here. You choose one. The first one are people in Chicago, I believe it is, that talk about the Great Depression. Over here is Walter Ballard. He was a hobo. He rode the rails and went to different cities. So 7 minutes, about 3 minutes. Great stories. If you listen to Walter Ballard, on the right-hand side here, you have a transcript. You're probably going to want to follow along with the transcript. He's Southern, and it's kind of hard to understand his accent a little bit. Written stories. These are really great stories that tell a lot of different little things you wouldn't think about in terms of food, in terms of housing, things like that. You also have audio right here if you want to listen to it. Down here, choose one of these. These are pictures, and they just help you to visualize what it looked like in some aspects. So you'll have a bunch of pictures that'll load here to help you kind of actually see, outside of all these advertisements, what the Great Depression looked like if you lived back then. And then if you need some more information, these video testimonials in the bottom are really great. There's some really interesting things they talk about. And so you use all this information to get a feel for what it was like during the Great Depression. And then we go into our assignment here, and you write a 4-paragraph letter. And make sure you talk about financial struggles, family struggles, how life changed, all that. So that's your first assignment. Our second assignment, dumping milk then and now, very fitting for the times that we live in. Let me get the assignment up, and then we will go to the web page here as well. Okay, so what we're seeing right now is that some farmers, as you can see in this picture, are being forced to dump milk, which is something they clearly do not want to do. We also saw this happen in the Great Depression. And so your job with this assignment will be to look at why are they pouring out their milk and wasting it? What is similar between the situation in the Great Depression and now, and what's different? And so over here, I have a story that talks about the milk strikes and some of the things happening during the Great Depression. There's audio underneath. Over here, we have a story about current day farmers and why they're dumping milk, audio underneath. With both of these, if you click the arrow, it will go to a full screen version, so you can see it a little bit easier. I usually use that. You can hit plus to make it bigger. So the specific questions are, as I said, why in both situations are farmers pouring out milk? Be specific, use 2 sentences. 2, what is similar with both these situations? And give me at least 2 similarities. 3, what's different about these two situations? Give me at least 2 differences. And finally, in both situations, what do you think the long-term impact could be of having to dump out their milk? So that's your second assignment. We go back, assignment H. Here we go. We'll pull up the assignment, and I'll put a web page in there after I'm done with this video here. But we're going to go to Great Depression. Sorry, this is in the way. Deporting Americans. So one of the crazy things that happened during the Great Depression is that Mexican Americans who were here legally as U.S. citizens were kicked out of the country and sent to Mexico. So imagine being an American citizen and being sent to a foreign country, even though you're here legally, you were born in this country possibly. That's what we see happening. And so this article kind of tells about their situation, what happened. There's audio up here if you want to listen to that. You'll notice there's some parts in green here with numbers next to them. This is where you look to answer questions. For example, question 1 says, based upon the highlighted statement in the paragraph above, what is a problem with the U.S. efforts to send Mexicans back to Mexico during the Great Depression? Well, if we look at the assignment here, you have here's number 1, here's the highlighted part. So you're going to look in this first paragraph for that answer. Number 2, you look in the sentence and look above. Same on for number 3 and number 4. And so you'll answer these questions on H with this article found on the website. So those are your 3 different assignments for this unit. If you have any questions, please let me know. I do have some Zooms on Google Classroom. I have one for the milk dumping articles where we'll talk about that. But as always, I am free for phone calls. I am free to meet up and chat over Zoom or just normal emails. You need help? That's what I'm here for. So send any questions you might have this way to me. I hope you're doing well. I hope the unit goes well, and make sure you get out and see some sunshine this week. It's beautiful out there. Thanks for watching.